Hello and welcome to EGW Writings Tech Tips. I'm your host, Daryl Thompson. Thank you for joining us today in another of our series on learning how to use the new EGW Writings on your Mac. Now, I'm going to be demonstrating you today on how to use the app more easily. And the best way to do that is to educate you on the different toolbars and all the little tiny icons that we have in the little row across the top of the application. And if you understand the different elements that are there in the little tools, the different icons, it will help you to be able to use the app more simply. Now, in the app, we have features like the home screen. We have the study center, download, print, fonts. We have the multiple languages, and then we have search, and then we have the different window layouts, and all of that is controlled by the toolbar. So let's dive into the app now, and I'll show you what each icon means, how they work, and how you use them. So let's come back here and click like you've seen me a couple of times click on, and I'm going to click on the home screen icon. Now, this is my home screen, takes me here. The next one here puts the different methods, so I can choose either a tile layout or I can choose a list view layout. Some people don't like to see the tiles, they just want to see the words. Not a problem. You have that option to seeing everything in a list, and that's how you change it here, tiles or list view. Either way is fine. The next icons here is if you're in an audiobook. I like to have tiles. But if I'm in an audiobook, so say I'm up in here and I go to the Acts of the Apostles, maybe I want to play this book. Now I can come down here and just click on play audio, or I can come over here and click on the little play icon and it will play here. Now notice that when I click on the play icon, the player lights up over here and I get a play pause, like I get play pause here, or I can do play pause on the audiobook over here. Now I can go to the next chapter, previous chapter, or I can pop open the audio player and see all the chapters, then the skipping forward 10 seconds or 10 seconds previous, and that gives you the total length of the book, 15 hours and 20 minutes to listen to all of the Acts of the Apostles audiobook. So that's the little audio player tools. The next section here is the study center. We're going to look at the study center just in a minute after we go through and finish the task and toolbar. Now, the next one along here is my history, and I open up this. This shows me all the books that I've just been browsing through. This one here is my download manager, where I can download the books for offline use. There's two ways you can download. You can use the download manager here. I could, like everything's selected, I could deselect whatever I want. I can select whatever I wish. If I hold down like the shift, I can multiple select, and then I can deselect and download and choose whatever I like. I can also, from the home menu here, I can come back here, and you'll notice that when I open up the all collections, that you have the little download arrow here, and you can download the different collections directly from here as well by just clicking on the, let's say the devotional book. I can click on that, and away it goes. And as you can see, it is downloading all of my 21 devotional books. Once it's downloaded, it will go ahead and index it, and now it's available for offline searching. Okay, and I can basically click on that and I can click open. So, that's my download manager, and it shows what's downloaded in the tab here. In the loading now, if in a second you saw it was loading and everything was in that screen, and this shows up what I have not yet downloaded. These set of tabs over here in the download manager, I'm in the books, but if I download some audiobooks, this will show me what audiobooks I've downloaded, and this will show me my EPUB files that I can download. In the not loaded section, if I come down to download, you see I have downloaded nothing. In audiobooks, I've downloaded nothing. There's nothing loading now, but in the not loaded, it is listed there. So this is where you can quickly go through and see what you've loaded in ebooks, audiobooks, and books. Now, if you wish to delete something that you've downloaded, you can come to downloaded here, and you can go ahead and delete them. You can select all and delete everything to save space from your device, and then you would have to go back and search online rather than offline. But I would just select here, and then I can click delete. It says, do you want to delete your local copy or delete it from the cloud? Now, if you delete it from the cloud, it will delete it from all your devices and not just this device. So I'll just go delete local copy. It deletes the book and the index, and now that book is no longer available for offline searching. So that's my Downloads Manager. My next icon here is my Select Bible, and I can choose my default Bible book, and I have it selected, the KJV. The next one here, as I talked about a minute ago, is subscriptions. And when you open up the subscription manager, these are my subscriptions that I've signed up to receive. And I've signed up to receive My Life Today and Thought for the Day right there. And you can see in my little tiny calendar, these are my, when I've got a little blue dot, it means that I haven't read everything there. And once I've read both items within that day, you can see it changes to a gray dot. So that is my subscriptions, and I can sign up for books, Bibles, thoughts, and devotionals to be delivered to me automatically every day in my subscription manager. This one here is copy. So if I'm actually in a text of a book and I select some text, I can copy it from the pop-up menu, which I can actually hide this pop-up menu for those that don't like it. But you can copy it here, or you can come up here if it's hidden and click on this little icon up here. That will copy it as well. And then you've got the options of what you want to copy in here. In the copy, that gives you some extra options, just like the print does here. Okay? So you can choose to print the chapter, print the selection, so whatever I selected will be printed, or you can select to print from a range. The next icon here, it turns off my tree. So if I want a nice full view reading experience, I can turn off my library tree over here. This one enables and disables the search. This one here is showing your workspaces. So say you're doing a complicated search and you have multiple screens open here in your desktop. Maybe you've got this open, you've got some searches open, and you come in here, you can actually go ahead and you can save that layout for and this will display what you've got. So I can click on like Save Workspace. I can give it a name. What are we in here? Let me just put in AA because I'm in Acts of the Apostles. I click Save, and when I come back up here, you can see that I should have Acts of the Apostles laid out right here, and it shows those in Acts of the Apostles in King James Version. And I can come back. Okay, so you can see here previous experience. I can also go ahead and choose the layouts. And you can see here I can choose a horizontal layout, or I can choose a vertical layout of my screens. I can jump back into my previous workspace by clicking here. So I can have multiple searches and windows open all at the same time, and or jump back when I save it into that. If I click Save Space, just remember you click the Save Workspace, because otherwise, if you don't save it as you jump around, that it does a freeze state at that point. You actually need to save it before going into the next screen. And you can also, like I said, choose your horizontal or your vertical layout of your split windows. I like to see the vertical, but that's my method. We said before, we increased the size of the font before. This is where you increase and decrease your active window font sizes. We already did this one, which enables and disables the ref codes at the end of every paragraph. So if I just scroll up here, this is my ref code at the end of the paragraph. I can turn it on and I can turn it off there. All right, so the next one here is turning on and off my translations available. Let me just pop down on this, go back to the Acts of the Apostles. Now, if I click on my translation bubble, you can see all of, and I can parallel. So say I want to bring up the French, that same paragraph in the French book, and now I have it right here beside me. I can see this paragraph is parallel with this paragraph in the French. Let me just turn that off here. The next one is where the different online and offline modes. So if you've downloaded books, you can actually put the app, and something to remember very carefully here. You can turn the app completely into offline application. If you do, then none of your study center will sync. Anything you haven't downloaded, you won't be able to search in. So if I select like offline application, it's only going to show me access to the books that I downloaded, which, as you know, I downloaded a few of the devotional books. So just remember that. if I go in offline. What I like to do is like have offline, either offline, search offline, or online application. If the application is online and you click select automatically, it's really good because then that will automatically switch to online or offline mode depending what the state of your connection to your Wi-Fi or internet is. The next one here is just a listing of your chapters. This we already went through the search filter, next and previous search results, and this is all your search. So that's basically the toolbar. The menu bar at the top, you've got a lot of the actions that we go through here. EGW Writings, you can see, I'm not going to run them all through, but you've got different menus and you can do different things through the app and navigate up here. We won't go through all of this in the overview, but just remember that's there. And in your account, if you want to sign in and out of the cloud account, you just click on sign out and you'll be out. And then you sign back in. And another time in the app, we'll get into that about the signing in and out of the app. I hope that you have learned all the little tiny tool icons that we have created in the toolbar on the Mac OS app. They're very useful to help you navigate through the different elements and features as you use the EGW Writings in your daily exercise of study and reading and searching. I'm Daryl Thompson. I hope you've enjoyed these tutorials that we're creating for you, and I hope they benefit you as you learn to use the EGW Writings for the Mac. Bye for now.